Hello there, God bless you. I'm Laura Tinzo. You're listening to Practical Theology. Today, I want us to meditate on the gospel passage from Luke chapter 5, verses 1 to 11, and I would like to share 3 points with you from that passage. So let us begin. Luke 5, 1 to 11 talks about Jesus calling his first disciples. And in this episode, we find Peter and his colleagues doing their job, okay? So Jesus shows up and says to them, take your boat into the deep waters and throw out your nets for a catch. And Peter gives him a response, which I would have also given him if I was in that situation. He says, we have worked all night long and caught nothing. In other words, he was telling Jesus, it is just a waste of time. So do you see this scenario? Sometimes in life, you pray about something, you've prayed about something for years, months, weeks. You've struggled with something for a very long time, and you are just at the point of despair. You are just at the point of giving up. The last thing you want to do is to try again, pray again, or do whatever you've been doing again. But then, let us look at what is different from the time these guys, Peter and his colleagues, were working at night to this time in the morning when Jesus tells them to try again. So at night, Jesus was not there. So you may want to ask yourself this question. Have I been working with Jesus? Have I been working with God? Have I been doing this thing my way, or have I been doing it God's way? And again, we ask the question, what is God's way? So let us hear what Jesus says. Jesus says, take your boats to the deep waters. Take your boat to the deep waters. Pay attention to that word deep. I don't know about you, but me, most often I just like to scratch things on the surface. When I have a situation, when I have a problem, I just want to look for the simplest way, the simplest solution, the easiest thing that I can do and just get by. I don't really care whether it will produce lasting results, whether it's going to be a strong solution, a good solution. I just want to, get it rolling at that moment. I call them quick fixes, But Jesus says, go deeper. And what does going deeper mean? Going deeper means you want to go to the root. You want to find out the root cause of that situation and handle it right from the roots. It's just like most often we just want to destroy the cancer with paracetamol. Paracetamol can only heal the symptoms, but it will not really destroy the cancer cells. So let me give you a little example. Maybe you have someone in your life who just gets on your last nerve. What is the normal tendency? The normal human tendency is that you want to keep away from that person. You want to, cut off links with that person. But is that always the solution? It pays, it is worth it to go deeper, to look into yourself, to ask a couple of questions. What is it about this person that irritates me? Why does this person irritate me? And then you try to answer that question sincerely. Because if the answer is with you, if the issue is with you, then cutting links with that person is just going to be a quick fix. Because you're going to go and grab another friend for yourself, because friends are like sand at the seashore. You will quickly get another friend. But the thing is that sooner or later, that new friend will start getting on your nerves again, because you have not yet handled that issue, that core issue, which is causing you to get irritated with people. So handle that and you will have a lasting solution to this problem. Another scenario, maybe at work, a colleague complains about you, or your boss gives you a warning or something. If you're like me, I'll just jump up. Oh, well, this is racism. They are racist. And then maybe I'll go ahead to look for another job and resign from this job. But if the issue is with me, maybe my attitude, maybe because of some blockage that I have, or some shortage that I have somewhere, I will go to this next job, and sooner or later, this thing is going to resurface again. And then, I'll get angry again maybe and look for the next job. So the solution is not just in jumping from work to work. It is in going to the core. Maybe I need to refine my way of talking, my way of communicating with my colleagues. Maybe I need to do another course, just to top up on my know-how, whatever it is. Go to the root solution and handle it from the core. Get lasting results. So that is point number 1. Point number 2. So Peter and his guys, they say, Peter said, because you have said it, we're going to do it. So this time they do it God's way with Jesus, and then they get results. They catch so much fish that they are overwhelmed. They cannot handle the catch. So what do? They call their partners from the other boats and ask for help. Wow. This is a wow moment for me, because we are living in a world, let me just say, it's in a very selfish world, okay? It's always about me, I want more. I want to grab more. I want to have more. What is in it for me? What am I going to gain from it? And so it's always about me, myself, and I. But this reaction of Peter and his colleagues tells me that we need to be generous. We need to partner with others in order to get solutions. We need to ask for help. We need to give. We need to care. We need to show love. Simple example. I just organized a women's conference a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, which was very, very successful. But this was not the first event. What was the difference between this year's event and last year's event, which was not that successful? The difference is that this year, I worked with lots of partners. I worked with many partners because I really just went out there and I contacted people front, back, north, south, east, west. And, these people, they gave me suggestions. They gave me ideas. They prayed for me. They supported me financially. They gave me moral support. And all of this contributed to make this event a success. Okay. So it pays to reach out. It pays to partner with others. It pays to ask for help. Look, you're not going to run short. There is enough to go around. There is really enough to go around. So let us just begin to look out beyond ourselves. Let us begin to reach out. Let us begin to be go-givers and, sharers. Okay, there's enough to go around. Then point number 3. This is the last, but it's not the least. It's actually the most important for me. So I get this from verse 11, the last verse in this passage, which says, they pulled the boats up on the beach, left everything and followed Jesus. Oh my God. They left everything and followed Jesus. What? So after all the hustle, after all the bustle, after all the stress, after all the pulling and catching and partnering and all these things, they left everything. They abandoned everything to follow Jesus. So what does this teach me? This teaches me that at the end of it, after all has been said and done, everything is vanity. So Peter and his friends, they came to the point where they realized that following Jesus, living for Jesus, living with Jesus was worth much more than all that fish. Okay? So it's just the same with us in life. We are always on the run. We are always looking for one thing or the other, looking for that dream job, trying to buy that handbag, trying to get the latest shoes, trying to go to the best schools. We're always rushing, struggling, looking for one thing or the other. But, you finally get that thing, right? You crave for something, you do what you need to do, you go even God's way, you get it, and then what happens? Are you the happiest person? Do you become the happiest person in the world? No, because when you get it, it is just short-lived. Sooner or later, it will get sour in your eyes, and your eyes will fall on something else which you want to get. Ecclesiastes 5 verse 10 says, he who loves money will not be satisfied with money, nor he who loves abundance with its income. This too is vanity. At the end of the day, when all has been said and done, everything is vanity. We need to go deeper. We need to seek that which is eternal, that which is lasting, and that is Jesus. That is Jesus. So our main goal, yes, we need all these things. We need a good job. We need to be healthy. We need to look good. We need this, we need that. But in the end, it is vanity, okay? Because like Peter, we too are going to leave everything behind, because the day is going to come when I will die, when you will die, and we are not going to take anything along with us, okay? We're going to leave all of this behind, and the only thing that will matter at that time is where are we going to spend eternity. The psalmist also understood this, and that is why he prayed. He said, "Turn away my eyes from looking at vanity and revive me in your ways." Revive me in your ways. Proverbs 31 verse 30 says, "Charm is deceitful and beauty is vain, but the woman who fears the Lord is to be praised." Amen. Hallelujah. Okay, maybe you are a man, so let me rephrase it. But a man who fears the Lord is to be praised, because at the end of the day, that charm is passing away. That beauty, the wrinkles are definitely going to come. The hairs are going to start falling off like mine here. So what matters is the heart. Matthew 16:26. "What will it profit a man or a woman if he gains the whole world and loses his soul?" What? We remember the story of the rich fool. This guy who, he struggled, he hustled, he got so much, and he was just happy. He told himself, "Relax, you've worked so hard, this is your time, enjoy." And what did Jesus say to him? Jesus said, "You fool, this very night you will have to give up your life. Then who will get all these things that you have kept for yourself?" And Jesus concluded by saying, "This is how it is with those who pile up riches for themselves, but are not rich in God's sight." Oh my God. So this is a time to maybe ask yourself that question. Where are you piling up your treasures? Are you piling up your treasures in heaven, in your heavenly, in your heavenly bank account? Or are you gathering treasures and storing them here on earth? This is a question that we all have to ask ourselves. This is a question that we all have to answer sincerely. And one thing that I forgot, to say up there was that when you want to walk in God's ways, when you want to do things in God's walk with Jesus, when you want to go deeper, it's going to cost you a lot of humility, okay? You're going to have to, stand a lot of heat. Sometimes it comes with humiliation. Sometimes people will not understand you. People will laugh at you and everything, but it is worth it. Jesus was mocked. Jesus was spat upon. Jesus was crucified. He took it all because it was for a greater good. So when we are walking with God, we need to we take all these things, we die to ourselves, we die to our pride, because at the end of the day, we are going to gain something bigger. We're going to get something which is eternal. So thank you for listening. If this has blessed you, go ahead and share it. And I would also like to hear from you. Give me some feedback, what you like, what you didn't like. If there's something that you want me to talk about next time, or you have a question, bring it on. We are here to learn together. We are here to grow together. Again, I'm your sister, Laura Tinzo. God bless you. Bye-bye.